everybody, and thank you for joining the Monday Wine Down here with Jen and Adam.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing
We're
today,
going to get
Adam?
this wine part down and see what we're up to today.
See what we're up to. So a lot of people want to know, what kind of show is this? What are you tuning into for the Wine Down?
We would like to know that over here too, Jen.
The Wine Down is a variety show where we're going to be showcasing wines, both local and non-local. Adam is actually a sommelier.
A what?
A sommelier who?
I think it's sommelier.
Salmonier, like salmon?
That's how they say drunk in French.
So Adam will be picking out wines and spirits for us and giving them a brief review as we kick off our show. We're also going to be showcasing entertainers, creatives, and people with passion throughout the show.
Drinking some wine.
And drinking some wine, maybe some spirits, you never know. What do we got here?
This is a Lambrusco, because there's nothing says like interrupting someone who's speaking like Lambrusco.
Lambrusco.
Dead air, of course, while everyone's drinking, but that was delicious. Tell us more, Jen.
Lambrusque can stay.
Lambrusque can stay. You've heard it right here on the Wine Down.
So this is nice. It's like really bubbly.
It is just like your personality, Jen.
Oh boy, here we go. So what makes this bubbly though? Is it yeast?
Bubbles, lots of little bubbles form lots of other little bubbles, and now you taste bubbles.
Straight from the sommelier,
Straight
ladies
from
and gentlemen.
science, people.
So it has been kind of a crazy month for everybody. Something that's been hitting the news and hitting my social media so hard has been the release of Gypsy Rose just in time for New Year's. Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about it. I can't wait. Tell me about Gypsy Rose.
So Gypsy Rose 8 years ago was well known for unfortunately being a victim of Munchausen's by proxy. What that means is her mom was intentionally keeping her sick. And reaping benefits keeping her sick. They got a free house, they would get free vacations, and unfortunately poor Gypsy would, be treated not so great. Her teeth were pulled out. It's horrid. But after her and her then boyfriend met up, they plotted to kill her mother. She did her time for 8 years, and she's out. So the jury was very sympathetic. I wonder if they'd be as sympathetic if I did that with my in-laws.
That's
8 years, a little vacation, get out, be a social media star. So she's all over social media. She's on TikTok, Instagram. She was on Broadway yesterday, and she's getting all these amazing social media deals.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I think this is the best thing that's happened to her.
I think so. I don't know if we should be rewarding everybody, but all right. This is a show of fun. How can we come back to the...
So, yeah, she's been all over my social media.
Drinker?
I don't really know if she's much of a drinker. But speaking of social media, we also had Cat Williams did an in-depth interview that stirred a lot of controversy. One, because apparently he said he has never done drugs.
Man tells the truth.
Man tells the truth every time, right? You ask me, the answer's no, unless you have some. But so that was a jarring interview. He has 7 kids that he adopted, which I thought was really awesome. He also apparently gives back every time. They were saying that when he sees people on stage, he actually throws them money because he knows what it's like. He definitely came off as a really nice guy, a little eccentric, but a really nice guy. And I got to tell you, I don't know much about Cat Williams.
If you've seen his comedy, he's a bit eccentric.
Is he? Because I definitely got that vibe from him that he was very eccentric. But yeah, it's just been such a crazy week with the holidays. Right before the holidays, Adam and I actually went to go see John Waters, which...
That was a great time.
That was an amazing time. We took a limo out. We actually got to speak to John Waters a little bit, which was...
We drank a lot of wine that night.
What wine did we drink that night?
We had 2 bottles of Dom Perignon that night.
Just some
on
Dom
the way.
Just some Dom P.
And then we drank some of their wine, and then I got a bottle of wine. It was at City Winery. And it was a very delightful show about John Waters' life. And
one of the benefits of being friends with sommelier is, well, for me, it turned me into an asshole. I'm constantly paying the uncorking fee because he's introduced me to so many wonderful wines at great price points, and I can't really drink the yellow tails or, I don't want to name any names, but the under $12 bottles that you get from your usual places, So I love when we go out somewhere and Adam's just like, can I see the reserve list?
It's better than the yellowtail list.
Can I see the reserve list? So we have a lot to offer on the show right now. We have an amazing guest that's going to come up shortly. His name is Matt Vida. I always say his name wrong, but he's an absolute genius. I met him years ago. I saw him perform recently in Long Beach. I made him put me on a show with him because I needed to be on that show with him, and we had such a fun time. So let's go ahead and roll clip, and we'll bring Matt up.
What are you doing? It's Christmas and you don't got any money, 'cause you quit your job to hit the road to go and try to be funny. You can skip the holidays, but I think that'd be wrong. Instead, I wrote my fam a totally terrible song. Happy holidays! Mom and Dad, if I had a job, I'd buy you presents, but they'd probably be bad. I mean, you don't need another sweater. Thought a song would just be better. And if you feel bad, my girlfriend thought a ring is what I get. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! What do you know? This song is even cooler than a Christmas morning snow. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! That was right, I got no dough. What's even more pathetic, I'll probably sing this at a show. But a song is like a real present, it's perfect for regifting. I'll just play the beat right now, then you can do some riffing.
You know, you're running another Christmas, just like last year. You don't have a job again. You try to make a stupid-ass song for me? That's my present? You cheap bastard. Get a job. You're making this stupid song? This is not making money. Find me a real present. All your bullshit rapping with this garage band stuff you're pulling is crap. You played around in garage bands and now you think you're a fucking star? You're no star. You're just an idiot.
Maybe I am.
That was a clip.
Matt, everybody! So we're so excited to have you on the show. This is our premiere first show. And I really wanted to go with someone who I knew was extremely talented. So I wanted to talk about, I know we had discussed before, but what were the formative years like? Like, what was the first thing you got into and how young were you? Because I know he does comedy, he does music, he does festivals, he like creates festivals. I mean, movies. Where did it
Keep going.
Yeah, movies. Where did it start?
It all started with a dream, you know, with a dream and the calcium in the water in Long Island. Strong teeth.
Preach, brother.
Salut.
Preach.
That's why we could drink this wine.
It's true.
Truth. We're calcified.
No, I think it all started. I was really into punk rock music as like a little boy. And when I was like 12 years old, I got really into hip hop too. So I used to always do, at the punk rock shows, I would like rap in between the bands and stuff like that. And like I would do something back then, which was like, 4 million years ago, that like I would consider as comedy now. Because I still kind of do things similar to that. But it's like, so that was like the first time I was kind of, really trying to get a reaction.
What would that audience be like though when you came up and like kind of switched it? Like, would they be receptive to it?
Yeah, feel pretty cool. Like, a little bit of like, what is that? But like, I still get that.
Just like the hip hop kids when rock music comes on.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that? So I've also heard that you do corporate improv. Wait,
Yes.
before we get into this,
Hey man, we gotta make a living.
gonna have to wet our whistles a little bit. A little corporate improv.
Yeah, so I feel like I should go put my suit and tie on. Fill me up. All right, the wine down.
Wind it up.
Pour it up, Jen. Pour it up, Jen.
Wind it up.
That's good.
I'm a hard pourer.
Salud.
Salud.
Yes.
Lincoln.
Clinking.
We're clanking.
Clinking for Lincoln.
There you go. So you don't strike me as like a corporate square. So I know I'm putting you in a box. I'm sorry. Never put someone in a box. But what is corporate
Cubicles.
improv?
They're called cubicles.
Thank you.
No, I've got a course that I've developed. It's called Improv for Business Professionals.
Okay.
And I used to have an office job, believe it or not. I used to do some clinking and clanking on the keys.
I've heard you're an Excel master, and if you check out his YouTube, there's an amazing song about Excel. And we all know my feelings of Excel. My husband's an accountant.
Yes, you mentioned, yes.
So we kind of, that was the first
Nightmares?
thing. No, that was the first thing that caught my eye about my husband. I was like, ooh, look at that Excel spreadsheet.
Freak in the sheets.
Yeah, he's a freak in the sheets for sure. So
I caught that.
I got it. I was there for it.
Big formulas on that guy.
Oh,
Big formulas.
Macros,
That's hot.
attachments. Yeah, it was.
He got you with the VLOOKUP, huh? Can we say it?
Yeah. We can say VLOOKUP here. This is a safe space. But yeah, you had that Excel video. Did
Yes.
that come from your corporate life too?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I came up with that one day. I was at work. Like, if you in the video, the beat kind of starts. I'm like tapping the pen, but then literally, I was like doing work, and I was like, and then that just kind of came to me. You know, sometimes like inspiration for me just kind of comes in waves. I was literally just like, I like made it up, and I was like, all right, that's a wrap.
Although that song does scare me because the beginning you have like that window error message, like the. So when I played it on my laptop, I'm like, what broke? Oh God, oh God. But I strongly suggest you guys check it out. What's your YouTube? Big Dog?
Matt Vita.
Matt Vita.
Yeah, just
Matt Vita, find him.
yeah.
Because he's got a bunch of great songs. And anyway, back to your corporate improv. I'm sorry.
No, but basically, so that workshop, I basically take a lot of principles and stuff from the creative world. You know, so improv, I've done a lot of improv training. I coach improv and acting and comedy. And I apply it to like business settings. So it's like really good for like, you know, getting salespeople out of their heads or just kind of like communication in the workforce. Especially, I don't know if you guys remember a couple years ago, there was like this cold going around. Everyone's like, don't see people.
I've heard about that.
Right?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of wine, so
Yeah. You'll stay healthy if your alcohol levels are like here. That's what we do. We stay healthy. So
staying healthy.
Staying healthy.
So this was developed during that time.
I developed over the course of a couple of years, but basically the whole idea about it is that like I think there's a lot of like really applicable, transferable skills, as I like to call them, from things that we learn in creative world, in connecting on stage and behind the camera and in front of the camera, that you could apply to like business settings. And then the other part of it is just kind of trying to get like people out of their heads, because so many business people are like, you know, whether or not you're a CEO and you're like a very type A, like my way or the highway, it's kind of like, no, like, you know, I always like to say, like, let's build skyscrapers, not shopping malls. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
Build up.
It's teaching people to say yes and.
Yes, and that is the big improv joke, isn't it? Anytime someone tells me, "Oh, I'm doing improv," I'm like, "Yes, and then they don't get it, and I'm like, "You need to take the class," because important. Also, no one ever gets my zip zap zoom jokes. He does. He gets it. It's a theater kid shit.
I imagine there's a lot of scenes from The Hat going on, but in an office.
Well,
with suits.
So these corporate people, because I work corporate, and it's great. I love it.
My phone hasn't been ringing, Jen.
Yeah. Well, you can actually hire Matt for all these types of things. Matt has this fantastic website. What's that website, Matt?
MattVita.com.
Wow. 2 T's. Matt. So you can hire him for things like that. He's also open as an acting coach and comedy coach. Like I was saying, he travels all around for comedy. He also is, are you the originator or coordinator of the Vermont Film Festival?
So me and my business partner, Colin Doyle, we started first the Vermont Comedy Festival together.
Okay.
So
Did I say business festival?
No, you said film festival, but we also
sorry.
Yeah, no, but we also we brought in 2 other partners, but we also started a film festival. Me and Colin started it, and then we brought in Mark Dzinski and Claire Berkman also, that's been helping out with the film festival. But Colin Doyle, he actually is the owner of the Woolen Mill Comedy Club in Vermont, the longest operating comedy club in the entire state of Vermont. Super amazing person. You think I do a lot of things, you should meet Colin Doyle.
I couldn't imagine anyone doing more than you, to be quite honest. So Colin must have like a screw loose or something.
I think we both. We're
all
both
do.
a little.
Yeah. But it is such a great festival, and how many days is it? It's 4 days?
Yeah, both the comedy and the film festival is 4 days. We just wrapped this year's comedy festival. We had Colin Quinn was our big headliner this year.
That's
which
crazy.
Is, very cool. I mean, Colin Quinn.
Was he cool?
Like super. I mean, obviously everyone knows that he's an amazing comic and such a prolific career, but just like such a great person. Like really took the time. Like we organized this one event where we had Abby Robertson from came in, and she gave like a networking a seminar for all the comics involved. And Colin Quinn knew we were doing it, so he came, and then he wound up basically talking for like an hour. So basically everyone that was involved as talent in the festival got to have an open Q&A with Colin Quinn for like an hour, which like...
And you didn't even have that on the, because he sends out like a full itinerary of what you're signing up for. That was an extra.
That was an extra. You
That was
never
an
know.
extra.
You never know
who's going to pop in. You don't know.
That's true.
But I think that's a great point, though. Networking in comedy and in any business, even the wine business,
Even the wine business.
is so necessary. You know, I got to network with you, and I kind of forced myself on Matt, though, because you can see when people have genius to them. Yeah.
and swagger.
This is
And
what,
swag.
This is what genius looks like.
This is the look of, if you don't know what genius looks like, it's right here. This is
Either
it.
that or this wine is working.
Yeah. But, you know, it is just a testament to who you are that you would do the Vermont Comedy Festival, which then turned into a Vermont Film Festival. So when is this happening next year? When are you going to get the website back up and running?
Oh, the website's up.
Up
but
already?
we haven't announced the dates for either, but the comedy festival is typically the first weekend in December.
And you usually get like a break on the hotels for the comedians that are accepted?
Yeah, we do a really good job of getting subsidized housing for all the comics involved.
I like how you call it subsidized housing, because as a comic, I do sometimes feel like I'm Section 80.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's like, I am so poor. Like, if comedy was my only income, I would not live in a car because I couldn't afford a car.
How do you think I feel?
That's why I love that video with your dad, and he's like, get a real job. It's like,
There's a little bit of truth to every bit of art.
yes, that's very true. You also had this great video recently that I saw about pickleball.
Ah, pickleball. Ah, that's funny. Oh, you want some
Pickleball.
tea? Actually, I probably shouldn't talk.
No,
This is
it's
on-
like, you got to tell us now.
No,
Don't worry, nobody's watching this.
That's now the cult that's taking over.
Yeah, nobody's watching this. Don't worry.
No, I did this great. Can I curse? Actually, dick is not a curse.
Dick
right?
isn't a curse, and
No.
you can curse, but we like to keep it not so vulgar.
Yeah. No, pickled dick. Pickled dicks. I did a
Yeah,
pickled
sure.
dicks rap.
Because pickleball has been quite the phenomenon in the last few years. It's crazy. All the old
Yeah.
people go wild for it.
And young people.
Do young
Believe it or
people?
not. Not me, but
I'm in
other
that
people.
I'm in that echelon that like it didn't affect me, but also I'm like at the bar, so like no one at the bar is like pickleball team yet.
Same.
Give it
Yeah,
a year.
yeah, give it a year.
It hasn't mixed with like froth or beer pong. Like it hasn't mixed so much into a drinking sport yet.
No, because it is a moving sport. It's like ping pong.
It's like life-size
like
ping pong.
Yeah,
tennis.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's ping pong on the table.
It's like tennis. It's like ping pong tennis on a table, but not on a table.
It's on like.
So are you a pickleball player?
I play. I got a net.
You got moves?
Yeah.
What is it called, like, if you score in pickleball?
A good day.
It's not called like a pickle chip?
It's called a pickle chip.
Is it called a pickle
It's
chip?
called a pickle chip. Yeah. It's called a pickle chip with extra cheese.
I have no idea. I'm like the worst at sports. I'm like, is that called a thing? I know that there's college football going on tonight, and I only know that because my husband's like, sorry, I can't tune in college football. And I'm like, you want to watch a bunch of little boys play football? All right, that's cool.
comment.
Yeah, right.
Same.
I'm just kidding. My husband is not watching that. He's
In his spreadsheets, he's right now.
He's doing work right now.
doing
He's
work.
balancing the
he is
checkbook.
balancing. He is figuring it out. My goodness. But networking and staying relevant is always so important. And speaking of staying relevant, recently we had all those horrible insects. What were they? It looked like they took over everything, and you had a song about it.
Ah, the
Lantern flies.
spotted lantern. Yes,
Spotted
I had
lantern
yes.
flies. It was so crazy. In New York City, it actually looked like somebody set off firecrackers.
Yeah,
like
that
on
was-
the
yeah,
side
yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody was like making it their mission to kill these things.
They got smarter too, because at first, like they would just be there, and you just be like, dead.
Then they would run or
yeah,
come
they would,
at you.
Yeah, they would run or come at you.
I think coming at me was the scariest part.
My hypothesis is that they were actually big coronaviruses.
Not little drones.
Maybe
I don't
both.
know.
Yeah, you might.
Was there more to this hypothesis or just a statement? I'm like waiting for more, like big.
Right? No, because think about it. Have you ever seen coronavirus and a spotted lanternfly in the same room at the same time?
Oh no.
He's got us there.
He's got me there. He's got me there. But he did this great video, and I don't know where you found this like butterfly outfit. Did you make that?
No, I've had that in my costume box for a couple years.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. He had a costume box. There was a lantern butterfly in there, and he wrote it from a lanternfly's perspective,
Right.
which is, I think,
Nobody
missed.
gives them the time of day.
No one gave them a
Right,
voice.
everyone's killing 'em.
People just said you got to kill them. Nobody said why.
They said they were invasive, but like, what isn't? You know, just because you're popular doesn't mean you have to die.
Yep.
That's deep.
Think about it.
Every time that housefly
think about
comes into your
that.
house, maybe that's invasive.
Oh no, houseflies. I'm taking care of that. I am taking care of that. So Matt, where do you live now? I know you were living in Long Beach for a while.
I'm kind of, here and there and here. I spend a good time.
Good place to be.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good place to be. On your feet.
On my feet, sometimes on my side.
Well, you do travel a lot.
Yeah.
And recently you had a premiere for a movie that you starred in called Killington.
Oh yeah, we got our film Killington is kind of doing a little run in the festival circuit, but we had our New York premiere in Brooklyn a couple of months ago. But it's going all over the country now. I'm actually going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, at the end of the month, representing the film at Days of the Dead Film Festival, which we're super excited for.
That sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys have to, where can they check out Killington? Because the trailer is like, it's thrilling.
The trailer is on we've got an Instagram account for it. It's not released yet, so basically we're doing the festival circuit, and at the same time we're working towards a distribution deal. So we're hoping in the next year that it'll be released.
Now, is it going to win the Vermont Film Festival?
That is
Because
called
you have
a
an N?
conflict of interest.
It is. I was just wondering.
HR.
Back to the corporate improv. Yes,
Zip,
and
zap, lawsuit.
that's a monkey wrench, and we can't have that. But it's, from what I've seen, it's a really great movie. It definitely has like the vibes of like, can't think wine, like
Love
a
that
slasher
movie.
flick.
Yeah, it's a dark
How
comedy.
would you describe it?
Yeah, tell us. You're in it.
I would describe it as like, sometimes when like you just like have this like itch and you can't really like tickle it. What am I saying? No, it's like a campy, dark comedy horror film.
And that's my favorite type of comedy is like Dead Alive and Evil Dead.
Yes,
Very campy.
I wanna have a laugh.
John Waters-esque.
I want to have a laugh.
I want to belly laugh it
It's
up.
okay that you're dying. I want to have a laugh.
As long as it's like, I love when they don't use CGI a lot too. And it's the old special effects.
Oh yeah.
That's always like a good, that's always so good.
We did not have a CGI budget, I assure you.
Thank goodness. I love that. I do. I prefer it because it's just, there's something so, there's dedication and it's got such an aesthetic, such a nice aesthetic. So I really enjoy it. I'm a horror buff, so I know I'm going to be checking out Killington. What was it like on set? Was there like a craft services table?
Oh yeah, we actually, it was really cool. We shot 9 days in Vermont, principal photography, and then we did 2 days in New York. And in Vermont, we actually got a lot of local chefs that cook for us. So a lot of times, especially on a low budget.
It'd be like raccoon.
Oh, don't say that about Vermont. That is so mean.
What do you? I don't know what they eat
Only
in Vermont.
squirrel.
Yeah,
Thank
squirrel.
you. Yeah, no, it was mostly squirrel.
Who's got rabies?
Maple syrup was like all over everything.
Lots of maple syrup, yeah. No, but we got some like local chefs. So like a lot of times on a low budget project, you're not eating good, But we were actually like had some local chefs like make us some like amazing meals. So that was actually really cool.
So for a lot of people who haven't been in a movie, what is it like? Did you have your own trailer? How did you had the audition process
They
go?
gave you a little square in the woods.
Yeah. Did you have a tent? Like, what was it like for you on this movie? And this isn't the first movie you've done. You have another movie in production too, don't you?
I've got a short film in post-production, but this is the first feature that I've done.
And you've the short film you have in, you are the disco guy.
Oh no, that's another film.
It's another film.
Yeah, that I just had a small part in, but that's not my project.
Oh, no craft
Yeah.
services on that.
There's always craft services.
I'm so interested in like the craft services. I have to tell you, I don't know why, but I feel like that's a really important movie. Like it's important to have that budget because I like cheeses.
You need to have craft services,
You need
even
cheeses.
even if it lives in your heart.
You need cheeses. Cheeses pleases.
Cheeses
You
pleases.
need cheese,
Always cheeses pleases goes with wine.
Cheeses. But so you're doing all these projects. So we've got Killington, which you said you have the Georgia premiere coming up.
Yep.
So how would we get tickets if we wanted to see that?
Days of the Dead. You go to Days of the Dead website.
Days of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a big horror film festival. It's like a 3-day event. So I'll be down there for the weekend representing the film. We got a couple panels. I'm going to be speaking on a couple panels.
And you were no joke. Like, you were the star of this movie.
No, I was not the star.
I would say you were the star.
I mean, I'll take it. I wasn't, but
He's like, I had a 30-second part, but...
I would say you were the star.
No, normally when I'm on television, I get a 30-second part. But for this project, Sophie Sumner was the star of the film, but it was an ensemble cast. So I had a supporting role in the ensemble.
Now, does it
Yeah.
feel weird when you're done filming that these people that you were so intimate with,
Right.
now you don't see them anymore? How's that feel?
It was, what, 9 days, you said?
Yeah.
9 days of being with
It's-
people, it's tough. No,
That's not that long to get an intimate relationship
but you have,
going.
psychologically, you don't have time to form
Frivolous
bonds. You have to
relationship,
make them
yes.
happen. Like, you get these bonds you form almost instantly because you have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he was killing someone on a movie.
We don't
so
know that for
We
sure.
don't know that. I haven't seen
We
the trailer.
don't know that for sure.
So it was a little intimate every time he fleshed his flesh into their flesh,
Oh,
but
it's Matt with his shirt off. Like, you'd be surprised. I was shocked, honestly. You were buff as heck in that movie.
yeah. Yeah. Guilty as charged.
I was shook. I was like, "That's Matt," and it's like, so what did you do to prepare yourself to be that buff? Like dehydrate and
I do like a lot of I mean, it's a hard technique, but I do like push-ups with just my 2 fingers. I'm serious.
it's okay. You're drinking
Re-
right now.
are
I
you-
wouldn't
are you
ask you to
serious?
do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
but doesn't that like hurt your wrist situation? Like,
No, because when you do it with just 2
Makes your
fingers.
knuckles strong.
do you switch
Yep.
the fingers?
No, just these 2. Because there's a nerve in this finger that actually goes directly into the part of your brain that secretes muscular serotonin, and muscular serotonin is the leading thing that basically builds muscle.
Yeah. Keeps
So-
you up in life.
Yeah.
Red rum. But anyway, did you just make all that shit up? Yeah. I was totally
She
eating
was
that.
in it.
I was like
She
ready
was
to
in
go
it. I was
home
going
and
with you.
just-
I'm like,
I was with him because they say that the ring finger where you wear your wedding ring, like supposedly this goes to your heart. So I figured you were telling the truth.
I'm sorry, someone told you that.
This is. I'll give you a real one though. If you have a headache, there is a nerve right
Yes,
here.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard, and this is also how you check a well done steak. Like if it's here,
Yeah,
rare, and then well
No,
done.
that's- yeah.
That I know because it's important. So that I know. Speaking of important, so Adam, as you know, is a sommelier,
Yes.
and right before we came on the show, we actually went somewhere to eat. And to
Food is
unwind.
good.
Food is
Food
good.
is good.
Food is good, especially when you're drinking.
But here's
Food is good.
Here's the blessing of a sommelier. Adam, what happened when we got the food?
Found some bad shrimp.
Before it found us.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
People sometimes, anytime I taste something that doesn't taste right, I always get the question, are you sure? Like, I'm sorry, I taste with my nose constantly for a living.
Yeah. And he doesn't
Let me
do-
tell you that your shrimp is bad, your steak is bad, your chicken is bad, your wine is bad. All from this,
So did you guys walk out?
no, we sent it back.
Okay.
And then we had non-shrimp
And then we had
items.
non-other food that was delicious, so.
But he saved us because if we had bad shrimp right before the
Right
show,
before the first show, oh my. It would have just
would've-
been Matt up here.
and then just
He'd
us
be like,
shouting from the
so,
back, "We'll
this
be out
is
in
the
a minute.
Matt show.
We'll be right out. Don't worry." But
Although
yeah,
that would probably be all right.
but that's one of the benefits of being a sommelier. And you were trained in Napa, right? Am making
I
this
was
up?
actually trained right here in wonderful Long Island, wonderful New York.
Where at?
The ins and outs of little towns of Long Island, drinking with friends, and learning about wine the real way.
Like, so are you like certified? Or are you just like, I'm a sommelier?
I
and everyone
do
goes,
have
yes.
some certification that I got when I was 21 because I needed to prove to my family that
It wasn't a hobby. It's a
that I was going
lifestyle.
somewhere in life.
You made it.
Yeah,
you have
we made
arrived.
it.
Very few college students go home, Mom, I want to drink for a living and get away with it.
Yeah. I want to make a living of drinking.
And what do I do now, Jen?
You own a liquor store.
Where is that liquor store?
It's in Merrick. It's called Sip and Say on Merrick Road. And you can also go to sipsay.com. And not only can you order wine, but you can also get one of these awesome cups. We have
hard
one
to
right
see,
here. It's hard to
yeah.
see, but it says TheWineDown. with Jen and Adam. And Matt got one with his name on it. It's so cute.
It is very cute.
So you can order cups there. And I think there's a promo code for you guys watching this to take advantage of.
There is a promo code. Guess what it is?
Wine down.
The Wine Down.
You gotta have
15% off your order. Sipsay.com. Because why not? We're going to be drinking wine every week. Let's
you should be drinking wine
promote
too.
delicious wine that we drink. So besides from our Lambrusco here, we're also drinking another wine from Chronic Cellars.
And Chronic Cellars always has really good red blends. This isn't
really good red blends. What is this one called, gang?
Sofa King Bueno.
So fucking bueno.
Sofa King.
Sofa King bueno.
You know when they wrote that, somebody was like, like they thought they did it. Like they really thought they did something.
This is like the best dad joke ever.
Ridiculous. But I don't know. I definitely have become a wine snob, which is why we kind of started the show. A whole spirit snob, in fact, because when you're friends with a sommelier, they take you away from the swill that you've been drinking. And you feel bad about yourself at first, you know?
I do a good job of making you feel bad about yourself at first.
Fantastic at it. I cry every morning.
Make me feel bad.
Yeah. He's like, do not tempt me. But honestly, it's because you don't know any better, right? That's what we always say.
Just like anything else, you just need that person, the teacher, so to speak, to point you in the right direction.
Exactly.
So you can drink healthier. Our Lambrusco is organic from Italy and delicious.
What do you think about the Lambrusco, Matt?
Well, I think you actually put both in the same cup for me.
How'd that work out? That is a Jen move, by the way. And it's something that if you do to me in a restaurant, I will cry, but that is a Jen move. So how do you like the blend I created, handcrafted for you?
A blend of a blend. I'm chilling, yeah.
Listen, it's
great.
always good, a little remix, a
little remix
little
for
sampling. That's all you have there.
And it is so great, though, to be validated when he has samplings and I come in and I'm like, this is disgusting. And he's like, it is disgusting. And I'm like, I am great at this.
I used to sell wine.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to be in college.
I think I used to be a wino. My mom said that once because she thought it meant you drink a lot of wine. So she told my in-laws when she met them, she's like, oh, I'm a wino. And I'm like, no, it's not what that means, Mom. She's like, I'm a wino. I'm like, please.
That's what the cool kids are saying.
Yeah, I'm like, no, my in-laws think you're an alcoholic. It's terrible. But, you know, pot calling kettle black.
Tell us about your wine.
Yeah, what was your wine swinging days like?
I just had like 25 different jobs in college. So like it was like one of them. I remember my first day on the job, I was like hungover and I went to school in Boston. And I had to go to like a suburb.
Everyone goes to school in Boston.
Everybody. Get them out of there. I had to go to the suburbs of Boston. I never even opened a bottle. I don't know what the hell. I cut myself so bad. It was blood everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then I left for like a second.
I'm gonna do comedy.
No, but I went back and then I like wrapped it up in my truck. I came back in. I was like, dude, it kind of looks like red wine. I was like, I'm good. So like I did it, and I killed it. I sold so many bottles because I was just like.
Were the Boston people like wine? I want whiskey, or what do they drink?
Tea.
No, that's they get rid of their tea. No, aren't they big on like Dunkin'?
Beer.
And beer. They're always perceived as like
Samuel Adams, it's beer.
like Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, you know? Cheers, like Norm would always drink.
Beer.
Would it be beer?
Beer.
Huh. What kind of wine were you
You
selling?
can't get wine in a
bunch. I don't remember.
It's like a mix of wine.
Yeah, but the thing is, like when I was selling wine, like without fail, like one or two people would come in that really wanted to talk about the wine, and I'm a sponge. So whoever like talked about the wine for the next because I would do 2-hour shifts.
You just repeat.
Yeah, I would
what
just
they
repeat.
said.
I'd be like, oh my god, the notes of vanilla, and then they're like, oh yeah.
So you're me because that is literally what I do at my job and everything. I'm like, ooh, that's like I don't know how to. I work in IT and I cannot do anything.
Ooh, this tastes like vanilla.
Yeah. Is the internet up? Does it taste like vanilla? That's very important. Are you getting
You need to
smells of
unplug it
coffee?
and plug it back
Yeah,
in.
you need to plug it back in. Call me when it smells like vanilla. No, but you know, I get a lot of information that way, but if you put me in front of something, I wouldn't be able to fix it. Just like, do you think you could brew your own wine, Adam? Would it
No.
be? It's not brewing wine.
No,
it's,
then that's probably why. I would probably try to brew it like coffee, and it wouldn't work, and I'd give up and let the pros do it.
you know what I'm gonna start doing
But it's
soon?
ferment.
This is very exciting.
Right.
I know you tried it and you didn't like it. The mushroom coffee. But like they don't make it clear. Like, does it make you trip balls? Like
No, it doesn't make you trip balls.
So what's the point? Like they said it's gonna make me energetic and be good for me.
That's reason enough.
It's good for your gut.
They said it was better than regular coffee.
It's good for your gut, and it's kind of on the bitter side,
But
so you can enjoy the.
They sell it like it might make you trip balls. Like they kind of
Really?
like that's
They
like
do 100%.
yeah. They're like you're but like.
It comes in a holographic bag, like
That's
100%.
what I'm saying. Like, so I was worried about it because I'm like, am I going to do this in the morning, go into a client meeting and be like, guys, Dennis, something's at the door. I gotta get out of here. I gotta just get out of here.
Sometimes that's the best way to get out of a client meeting.
Yeah.
Right, hallucinogenics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm tripping balls. I'll have to
We're
circle
gonna
back.
have to do this up tomorrow.
If you could put a pin in this, I gotta circle back. And then you do your corporate improv.
And then
Well,
that
that's
is the perfect introduction to corporate improv.
That's corporate improv. They're like, Jen, the next day.
Wow, I totally thought that you were tripping. Nope, this was just my introduction.
This is my introduction. Think outside the box. Get out of your head.
Yeah, I mean, doing acid is like helpful for many.
I think my friggin' brain would melt if I did acid.
I've actually never done acid.
Oh, I've never done
I'm
acid.
so sorry.
Quiet one. No, it's awfully
My
quiet.
mother's
in
watching.
here. Yeah. And we're so
Hey, Mom.
we're so thankful for everybody watching as we wind down. It has been definitely a huge burden getting the holidays off of us. Starting the new year, we're all super worried that this year is going to be like the last 4 years, which have been just perpetual hell. But yes, it has been horrible. But this year, you have the wind down.
This year we have the wine down, and
It just feels
we
good.
will develop this into a little bit more of a, who knows, a wine tasting, a comedy tasting, an improv
comedy.
tasting.
Improv tasting.
Sure.
What do we think? A little improv tasting, Matt? Go
A
ahead.
little improv tasting.
Yes, and?
What, Mom?
Oh.
No. We're like, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Here, have this wine. It's your favorite. Yes, it is my favorite.
I think a little improv time.
Yes, it is my absolute favorite.
If only
that's
there was
all
a beat that we could go off of.
So, one of the many things,
Like,
and we're going to talk
help
about
me
it.
out here. Like, something, I need something.
I feel like you're getting somewhere with this. So Matt, on top of being a skilled comedian that travels the United States, on top of making his own comedy festival as well as film festival, on top of starring in movies and being in movies, as well as doing corporate events, teaching people how to do comedy, teaching people how to do improv, he also is a masterful song maker. He makes beats and he raps on the spot. And we are so excited tonight because in a little bit we're going to get a taste of that. But before we do, we're going to talk a little bit about how you got into that. I know you talked about being in the punk scene. Is that what you did in the punk scene? Is that what you would do?
I mean, yes and no. I mean I just got into it independently around the same point in my life. I was just like the first time I heard hip hop, I was just like super intrigued. And then I was in 7th grade when I started rapping. I remember one morning, one night I wrote a rap song, and then I came in the next morning, and I did it for my peers. And
they were probably like, oh!
yeah, they're like, oh! And people like it. And it's just like, you get that positive reinforcement where it was like, and then just, it just like, I was like, oh, I want to do more of this. I want more of that reaction of like, dude, that's good.
So how did you build...
Oh, sorry.
No, please go ahead. Adam.
Who was your influence?
Like Wu-Tang Clan, like
Sure, sure.
Big L was like a really early and big influence. Like there's I love Wu-Tang.
I was a hip hop child too, so
Okay.
we have a lot to chat about.
I was a little later in the hip hop game, I think, because I was big on like Isley Brothers. That was my thing. So good, such good R&B.
Such good for growing up.
For a growing
For
child.
a growing child.
Well, then you had R. Kelly
Nothing
in there.
was going to put you on the right track. R. Kelly, keep going.
So you guys know I'm messed up. Of course, you had like Biggie. We were down with the Wu-Tang Clan.
What about Usher? You like Usher?
I love Usher.
Love Usher.
Usher.
You know you got it bad when you're out.
I love
with
how
somebody.
he took
Keep on
thinking about somebody. You
else.
got it bad.
When you say that you love them, but you really know
Everything used to matter, just don't matter no more. Like my money, my cars. Damn it, Adam. But
Sorry, I've done a good job of not listening to any Usher.
what I
in my
loved
life.
about Usher and a lot of these R&B guys is they talk about how they're with the girl they love, but they got to go because they got like 5 other girls pregnant. And it's like I was vibing to that when I was like 7. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
That's what
You
Jodeci
gotta
was
go.
talking about.
Jodeci was just
Jodeci. Oh, that's
Jodeci.
Freak on.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
And then of course you had like Ludacris when I was younger. That was like a big thing. Saint Lunatics.
He's only had a few hoes in different area codes. It's pretty
Oh my
crazy.
God, the way I sing
Once
that in
you
the
start
car.
mapping that, like 6 places, bro.
Nas. Can we talk about Nas? Nas was huge, and Jadakiss was a big thing. No, nobody. I'm alone. All right, that's fine.
No, you're not.
Nas was big early on, and then
You're not
I don't
wrong.
know the Jadakiss.
You put on one
level.
mic, and I will start a revolution. Maybe.
Lauryn Hill
Lauryn Hill
launched
was
that off for him.
amazing, amazing. The Refugees,
Plus Illmatic was
Fugees
amazing.
rather.
Illmatic, right?
Illmatic.
Great album.
Great album, Illmatic was. Beastie Boys.
Oh, the Beastie Boys used to be a hardcore band. They started as a hardcore band.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. It was basically like 3 of me if like you become successful. Yeah.
When he was at the punk clubs.
Matt is going to become successful. I have to tell you because Matt is, like I said, he has so much going on and so much passion. If you watch him, it'll just blow your mind. And I think it's about that time, guys. We are actually going to end the show on this amazing note. Let's cue up
Musical guest.
We've got a
We're gonna get
beatbox
the music-
musical guest.
All right, let's get him out here.
Let's cue it up.
Oh my God.
Do you need some things to go off of, or you got something in the dome?
I can get my device.
Do you
Yeah.
need more room?
No, I'm good.
Oh, this is a first. This is a first. I'm gonna need a drink for this. Actually,
This is a first. This is the first, the Wine
first
Down,
episode.
and
Yeah.
so everything that happens here is happening for the first time.
It's the first time.
Check. 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 Is it working? Yes.
There we go.
Hello? Do you hear it?
I hear it.
All right.
Yeah. What do you guys want a song about?
I want
Get
like
us start jamming.
What about like a sick R&B, maybe like Missy Elliott style? I know that's a lot.
What do you want a song about?
What about like that? Do a song about
What
this
are
show,
you feeling?
like a Heron flow.
About Heron? Okay.
No, about this show.
Okay, about the
Saying a
show.
Heron flow.
Okay.
You know, like 70s style R&B. You know what, Matt?
Listen,
take us into
wine
your
makes
head.
you flow, and
Talk about wine. Talk about being passionate about drinking.
oh yeah, you need a
Yeah, we need a beat.
How I
we
force
need a beat.
I'll make it.
All right, Matt will make the beat.
All right. What BPM do you want it?
Oh, okay. Beat per minute.
Yeah.
Surprise us.
Yeah, come on, Matt. You're the professional.
Okay. We'll do like a wine. What's like a wine? Like right? Right. That's wine.
Just
sound?
like that.
You're
absolutely.
Somali, right?
Little electro, little beep to beeps.
Beep to beep. Okay. Beep
beeps
to.
to
I like that.
Beep to beep.
Beep to the beep. All right. We'll do that. Yeah. Go on. Beep to the 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 beep.
Bobby, can you make that a little louder out here?
To the beep 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 to the beep.
I hope people at home can hear that.
Beep to the 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 beep to the. I don't like that at all.
And that's how a musician works.
That's how musician
being
work.
a
Yeah.
musician is. We
Yeah.
hated it, so we're gonna start again. Have a drink.
Yeah. All right.
That's honestly just like wine tasting. I drink
Yeah.
through a lot of garbage wine in order to find good picks to bring here on the Wine Down to enjoy. So sometimes it doesn't hit.
Sometimes it doesn't hit.
Sometimes it doesn't slap.
And being mature enough to know that it's not working
Knowing when you're not doing the right thing
is important.
That's important.
That's important.
I
You
think
gotta know when to fold them.
I think
right?
we've all learned a lesson.
We have all learned a lesson.
All right. We'll try one more time, and if not, I'm going to go lay down in the middle of Hempstead Turnpike.
Perfect.
That'll make some good sounds.
All right, so we'll make like car sounds, right? Because cars would run me
yep,
over,
yep.
right? It'd be like, if you kind of like, like for this, they do like beeps, right?
They do beeps? Okay, that's gonna be too much. That is gonna kill it.
Hold on, don't do that for a second. We'll do like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep, 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 beep. Ah,
Beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep,
You gotta record that.
beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep,
Okay.
beep, beep, beep,
Can
beep,
I
beep.
say
Beep,
I
beep, beep,
hit it?
beep, beep, beep.
Play.
Beep, beep,
You're
beep,
looking at me,
beep, beep.
cooking hippie,
Beep, beep, beep.
little bit of kind of shitty.
Beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep, 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 beep. Ah, beep,
When you're
beep,
doing
beep,
good, it is fun. But when you're doing bad, you should have been done about a minute ago. I'm gonna sing it and know I'm gonna be in the back, gonna swing it, and so we're gonna bring it back to the wine.
beep.
Had a half a bottle, I'm feeling fine.
Beep,
You follow me, you swallow 3. I be with Jen and a Somali bee.
beep,
Tasting,
beep,
basting,
beep, beep,
facing,
beep,
defacing property. There's no stopping me. I'll be on top like my name was Socrates. I got to be. Don't do the soccer seat. I kick it. Wanna wicket. It's kinda sick it. Okay. No way. Did he make it up? Yeah. This is wine. You if feeling fine, you bake it up. It's not a cake of butt. I sit in. Shitting. After this. Because it's what are you gonna do? Like a gimp, my dude over here ate bad shrimp at dinner. A winner. I am gonna beginner. Yeah, I do bad things. Some people say I'm a sinner. I can't really hear it. I am gonna steer it. Yeah, the end. 7 minutes, we are near it. Yeah, it's kind of weird with a dude with the beard shit in my beard, cause he shit from the bad shrimp. Ooh, wit.
That's that bad shrimp music.
Bad shrimp music. Yeah, I wasn't very good tonight, I'll be honest, but
It was good.
That was
it
wonderful.
was good. I'll give it. It was good. It was good. I mean, it's hard to just to come up with the beat is really impressive. That you can even use a beatbox like that, because I know I can't. So that's pretty impressive that you can get into your head that way.
Mine only sounds good in the shower and the car.
you have one of these in the shower?
Yeah.
You sure do.
He's got to
Right next to the soap. I
Yeah.
hit the soap up against the wall a couple times.
Ooh,
The shower hose.
I got some shower
makes-
hose in different area codes.
So, a little would you?
Don't we all?
Yeah. Where'd Matt go? So Matt,
Yeah.
would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear?
Sing along.
So every song you hear, you'd have to sing along.
No dance, actually.
Dance? Are you
Yeah.
any good at dancing?
Yeah.
What's your signature move? Waist up signature move.
Waist up signature move. The shimmy, shimmy, ya.
Like the old school
classic.
shimmy, shimmy, yay. All right.
Give me the mic so I can take it away.
Adam, do you have like a dance that's yours?
A little bit of the shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come up with a couple of dances that are mine, but one of them is put the can away. I don't know where this can goes. So you start like this, And you go, I put the can away, I don't know where it goes. Put the can away, I don't know where it goes. And that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one. And then later you can like take it from the floor and bring it up. And that's what I do. And that's probably why I'm not invited out a lot. You know, because that's what I do.
Even at parties.
Even at parties. I am a stage queen. I dance a whole lot. So, you know. I don't mean to. It's after you have a couple of wines in you, you start to think you're real good at stuff.
Listen, it's a Monday and we are winding down, and
We are certainly winding down. But Matt is available for your bookings. You can go to mattvita.com. And is that V-I-T-A or V-I-D-A? I always mess that up.
It's a T.
It's a T.
Yeah.
More T's. M-A-T-T-V-I-T-A.
It's Italian.
Italian. What part of Italy are you from?
Long Island.
Same. I love that. It's really funny that you say that because the older generation, even though they're like five ways removed, will always be like, Calabrese. And it's like, I am from Merrick.
Same shit.
Same thing. I eat my mozzarella like everybody else in a ball while crying in the closet.
amen.
Amen to that. All right, guys, we thank you so much for tuning into our first episode. We look forward to our second episode, which will be on the 22nd. We are going to have Jessie Curatolo from the Bad Moms of Long Island Club. Woo. It is a Facebook and Instagram club that she created to get moms together, and as well as, you know, what are the best plastic surgeons? Who are the best divorce lawyers? Like everything.
Who's the best liquor store? We'll
Who's
find
the best
out
liquor
in 2
store?
weeks.
Exactly. So we're really excited to have Jessie come on. She's absolutely beautiful, and she does so much for these women, putting parties together and everything like that. We were so happy and are so happy to have you on and bring your genius to us.
I was honored to be here.
This is our first episode, so please comment below on what you think about it and what you think about Matt mostly. Because if you didn't like the show, it was really Matt's fault.
It was my fault. The rap sucked tonight.
All
I'll be
about
honest.
the guest.
Normally I'm
You know
pretty
what it
good.
is?
That was bad. I'm embarrassed.
I figured it out. One, it wasn't loud enough in here, but two, you were sitting.
I've never sat before.
Yeah, the sitting and performing is really, like, if I was to do comedy sitting, I would just be like, burp, 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 burp. So I need to like be up and get the juices moving.
There's
So
no excuses.
There's no excuses. When you fail, you foul. But I thought it was really good, and you really picked it up in the middle for it. So
Yeah.
we were either.
Thank you for holding it down, Matt.
Yeah, thank you for
Cheers
holding
to
it
you.
down. Cheers to Matt. Thank you, Strong Island. Thank you, Bobby. And we'll see you guys on the 22nd with Jessie Curatolo.